Jesus. Um, After praying, and then listening to people, I want to know who, because I keep getting different answers. People keep saying it's in Israel. People keep saying it's in Rome. It's the Vatican. I want to know where the Antichrist is going to be, because I want to take him on. I don't care. He's not going to change me. I want to know where he's going to be. I prayed to Christ and I said, "What do you want me to do?" After hearing it all the time that the Antichrist is going to come and he's going to manipulate people for him to say he's Jesus. Well, everyone knows Jesus ain't coming back until after the trials and tribulations and everything to take the people out of the grave who go to his kingdom. He's not coming back to do any of the stuff that people because what I've read, he's not coming back. He's coming back to make a new Israel. I'd have to go back into Revelations, but you know what I'm saying. But I want to know where he is. I don't care about how much money or any of that. I'm willing to take him on. I don't care. Jesus is my Lord. I'm scared. I'm frightened. I was crying when I was praying to him. And I said, "What do you want me to do?" So I'm doing this. I'm sending a message. I want to know where he's going to be. Okay? Because Jesus is my God. Jesus is my Messiah. He is my God. He's everything to me. And I said to him, I can't. Satan has ruined my life. And I want to kill him. And I know he says not to do that, but that's how much Satan has hurt my life. I hate him. And I love Jesus. And I can't sit there and let the Antichrist come and try and take Jesus' position. These are all talking about it. I ain't coming to be anything else but a follower of Christ. So when it happens, I hope I'm alive because I want to take him on. Antichrist can be doing all these things. I don't care if he's kill me. I'll take him on. I am not a shepherd. I am nothing like that. But what I am is I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier for God, and I'm ready to fight him. I'm ready to fight the Antichrist or any of the minions or whatever that Satan wants to bring. So I don't know why, but that's how I feel. Because everyone keeps talking about end times and be prepared. It's around the corner. I couldn't care about that because I just remember reading the Bible, be not of the world. See, if you're of the world, you don't belong to the Father. So it wouldn't matter if it comes or it doesn't come. It's about how much I believe in Christ and do I follow him? Do I do his will? If I believe in him, what would matter who comes? It's about making sure you're following Jesus and you don't get brainwashed with the garbage. Because whatever the reasoning behind the Antichrist to come, it could be a chip of some sort that they brainwash you with to control your mind or anything like that. So I just want to know, because a lot of people have different theories of the end times, and it's just like you're just what's the word? Searching. When I'm not, I just want to know when. All right, if you think you know when, because I got told you won't know the hour, you won't know the time, you won't know whenever. And all I want to know from God is if I can serve you, Jesus, and when he comes, just let you pour your wrath out in me. And I'll show people he is not you. He is not Jesus. So that's my life. I don't care if people want to kill me. tell me you can't say that, or whatever people want to do, want to oppress other people's speech and talking. And yeah, because I know a lot of people want to do that. If you're not a part of their table or their friendship or whatever, they want to make sure you can't talk, and they'll make up any excuse and nonsense to stop you speaking. From you having a heart, for you having your own opinion, from you serving the purpose of the truth. And you know what they would say? Oh, how do you know it's the truth? And it's just like, you know it's the truth, because when you believe in Jesus that much, you're shown it's the truth, and you'll get all the other ones do. No, they don't. I've seen every other faith and the way they act. They do not act like Christians, not even close. They act like people of the flesh. Real Christians don't act like the flesh, because you're not meant to. You're meant to act of the Spirit, of Jesus' Spirit, and you're meant to act like Him. And yeah, if you act within if you become of the flesh and you live by the flesh, you're not acting on the Spirit. So I'm just trying to, all I wanted God to tell him well, I prayed for him. He can't talk to me. You do know that, don't you? God can't talk to you, because if he talked to you, he would probably explode your brain. You would need God to come into the flesh to talk to you, because I think it's in Revelations, God's voice is like a trumpet. Like, could you imagine a trumpet? It'll blow your eardrums to pieces. So anyone who says, God, talk to me, they're lying. Just know that. God can't talk to you, because it says in the book that his voice is like a trumpet. And unless he comes in Jesus' form, in human form, enters the flesh again to talk to you, that's the only way. Only the devil would use voices. Only the devil would use voices to confuse you, to take you away from him. That's why it's called blind faith. Because you're not going off your own mind talking to you. You're going off what Jesus said, and you're trying to follow that as best you can with the devil poking at you. Yes, the devil is poking at you every second. And you know who the people he hates the most? Christians. If you're a hardcore follower of Christ, the devil wants you. He wants to kill you. He hates you. He wants you to suffer. And that's why Jesus said, we will suffer, because the devil wants you to suffer. And Jesus said, it's all in there about your suffering. You will suffer. You'll be persecuted, because Satan can manipulate the weak-minded. If you let your mind and all the thoughts in your head control you, that's evil controlling you. So you have to learn to just, when something's in your head thinking, just go, what does the Bible say? You start reading the Bible, and then them thoughts go, because Satan does not like the word of God. So to my Christians, I know you want to prophesize about the end times, but I think the Bible was pretty clear that you will never know the time, you will never know the hour. And stop trying to be prophets and think you're like God. I love yous all, but please make sure you listen to what God says, because I don't think he wants you to be worried about end times. I think he wants you to be more worried about him and what he wants you to do and what he would like you to do. Because I think he said, pick up your cross, follow him, do as he is, and be like him. I don't think he wants you to worry about what hasn't happened yet. I think he wants you to worry about feeding the sick. Not feeding the sick, healing the sick, feeding the starving, helping out the poor, the needy. I think God's more worried about that than you sitting there trying to scare the living daylights out of everybody about end times and everything. I think God's more worried about you doing the will of him. I'm not the smartest guy, but when I read the Bible, I think that's what he said. I mean, prove me wrong. I'm pretty sure he said, pick up your cross, follow him, do as he does, preach to the world, he's coming and that. I mean, it's good to talk about the Bible and talk about end times and all that, but I don't think he gave you permission to be a prophet. I haven't seen an angel come down on anyone and say, "Oh, you're the prophet. You know exactly what's going on." So I think, how God says there will be false prophets who will come in sheep's clothing and their ravenish wolves and that. So I just want you to think. I understand the Bible that is saying there will be all these things that'll come, but I'm pretty sure he didn't give anyone permission to be a prophet and try and prophesize what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure he said to have faith in him. I'm not saying, but that's what I read. But I'm pretty sure he's saying have faith in him, do as he does, and all that. Like I don't remember him saying that anyone will be a prophet. I do remember him saying there'll be false prophets and that prophesizing in his name and the Antichrist will come. Yes, that's fine. But I don't think he said exactly who's going to know. I'm pretty sure it says no one will know the hour, the time, the day, the year, the minute. Only the Father knows. So I'm just trying to explain that to you. But yeah, Antichrist, if he comes, I'll gladly sacrifice my life and go against him. There's no way I'm going to believe someone's Christ when the Revelation says what it says. So yeah, I mean, if you've read Revelations, you'll understand what I'm saying to you. So yeah. Da, 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 da. Yeah, so because you still got the trumpets as well. Like it says, there'll be trumpets, and I'd have to go in it. And there's probably better people than like the best person I probably heard who tells the Bible. I mean, he gets a bit eradicated, and like he gets a bit excited, and we can. I hope he's calmed down now, and he's starting to realise, yeah, maybe I got to start treating humans with a bit more love and kindness and heart, and not be so direct. Be more heartwarming. You got to remember, Jesus wants us to treat each other like be like children. I don't know. I'm speculating, but I would gather that Jesus wouldn't want you to tear people in half if they're trying to find who Jesus is. So instead of, if they get something wrong about it, explain it to them. Be a bit more courteous and a bit more loving and caring, and sort of go, look, this is how I explain it to you. Go through it and help our brothers and sisters out who are trying to find Christ and how it is, and then you can have conversations and read into it. I mean, yeah, Shamone's probably the best at it because he knows how to link up the words link up the Bible with itself to tell you how it's explained. I mean, he's very, very good at it. Like I watch him, I don't try and get involved with it. I'm just like, dude, I'm not here to argue with people. I mean, I was already in something in it where I had to obey people who were younger than me. So yeah, I just want people to be more considerate until you have to bring the wrath. I understand sometimes when Sam goes off at people, that's the wrath. That's the wrath of God. When he's trying to explain something to you and you just be ignorant of it. That's fair enough, but sometimes it can go a bit too far, and I just feel like it's he done right. He probably realizes it. Like everyone realizes they have flaws. Everyone has flaws that they're guilty of. And I guarantee he watches some of his things, go, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I'm pretty sure he does that. He's a man of faith who loves Jesus. I'm pretty sure he has a very loving heart if he loves Jesus. So I can gather that he has a loving heart. I'm guaranteeing that he doesn't want to be having fights with other Christians. So, I still love him. I have no hate for anybody who's doing Jesus' work, and he's very educated in it. And if you want to know about the Bible, I recommend you go see him. And same with Christian Prince. I don't know what I know what happened, but that's why Jesus said, "Forgive, forgive." What is it? Forgive your brother 77 times or something. I think it's. I'll have to go. I think it's in Matthew. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to it. I'm not the best at remembering exact quotations and parables, but I've read the book and I understand what it means. Okay, where is it? Yeah, well, Sam will be able to probably tell you because he's a walking book where it says forgive your brother or something 77 times, and you know. But with Christian Prince, he's also good too. He's also a good Christian, and you just get a bit excited sometimes, and the wrath comes out. And it's sometimes you just got to remember that you're talking to human beings. But I can understand with Sam Sharon and Christian Prince when you're the biggest one is because they're so used to debating Islamic followers and Islamic followers. They follow someone who is violent. So as a Christian, they start coming at you, and Jesus has got. I think there's a. I think it's either an Acts or Revelation. I can't remember. Don't hold me to it, okay? Or I'd be lying, so I'm not going to say where it is. But I'm pretty sure there's a parable that says to not be a coward. You're allowed to protect yourself. So under that, if someone's having a go at your belief and you can't communicate with them at a level that's intellectual, and they just come at you being a smarty pants and that, it's like I can understand when Sam and CP just go, this guy's not listening. He's just been a smarty pants. So I've got to raise my voice. I've got to make the point matter so people can hear it and understand it. I mean, I understand that. That's just common sense. So, I mean, there's a lot of Christians out there who do this and they go pretty hard, and I'm just like, okay, fair enough. But you just got to remember that who you're serving and what he was like. Because you got to remember that he's God, not you. And just remember, he will judge you on how you treat his other children. Because that's what you got to remember. You're a child of God, and if they believe in Jesus, they're a child of God. And God determines what, God determines. He's the judge. He's everything you see at the end, you'll be standing in front of him, and he'll be have the book and stuff, and whether or not your name is in it, like so. I know we have a lot of. I think that Christians, a lot of Christians who have a denomination that they fight each other. Who's the right denomination? And I just go, is this what Jesus wanted? Us to be fighting amongst ourselves when we all say that we follow him? Or would Jesus rather that we all love him, we know what he did for us, to be trying to bring people back to Christ? I mean, I hear it all the time, like the Catholics, Protestants, Orthodox. No, we're following the truth, but the John the Baptist, the 7-day Adventists, and all that, we follow the truth. My question is, do you believe in Christ? Do you believe he died on the cross? Do you believe he rose from the grave? Okay. Do you believe you need to be baptized with water and the Spirit and be born again? Do you believe in that? Do you believe in communion? The rosary? Like, it's just when I see Christians, I'm a Christian, but and then they go on about dominions. Oh, you're not the right Christian because you're not following what I follow. I'm just like, do they follow Christ? Yeah. Well, what do they call people who follow Christ? Christians, yeah, but they're false Christians. And I'm just like, really? Really? What? How do you gonna prove that? Because the first followers of Jesus were Jews, and it wasn't for a while, but before they started calling themselves Catholics and Orthodox, and then they split. They made their own popes. Like, they weren't first called Catholics. They weren't first called Orthodox. They were just Christians who followed Jesus, and the majority of them were Jews. And then I think it was Peter who was the first one to baptize a Roman, if I'm wrong, or Greek, whatever you want to say. So I don't understand why Christians have these. Oh, I'm Protestant. I'm this. I'm that. Oh, no, we're following. I'm just like, this is where Christians. I do this because that's how I feel when Christians are fighting over nonsense, saying how they're following the way. The main principle of a Christian is, are you following Jesus? Not what kind of rituals you're doing, because I hate to break it to you. It says, be not like the heathen who, lofty prayers and rituals, because rituals are not a are not a thing with God. Like, I hear, well, we have this, and I go, it's in the Bible that you shouldn't do rituals. And that's why there's no number of how many times you can pray. Because you can pray, you can wake up in the morning, get on your knees and pray all day. There's no fixed anything in Christianity because we're not pagans. That's what pagans do. Pagans have rituals. We are not meant to have rituals because that's what Jesus said not to do. So I don't know. I am not the most intellectual on anything, but I can read. I can read a book. I can follow it, and I can make sense of something pretty simple. So, yeah, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, please, my Christians, we need to bring Jesus to the forefront. We need to start really living for him, because this world has made money their God. And if you don't see that, I think you got something wrong with you. Because what our children are in the future are going to suffer massively. It's inevitable. Look at the cost of living because we've made money our God. Children in the future are going to starve. They're not going to be able to have homes. They will have nothing. They'll be working for nothing. Okay? And these people who don't follow God, they don't care. Whether you like it or not, they do not care. They can promise you everything in the world. But that's materials because that's their God. They can promise you anything. But if it's not with God, it ain't with him. You know, money is only evil if you make it evil. And they have made money the ultimate evil. I mean, you look at it, look how much everything costs. And now everyone has made God money. instead of God being God. They've made money God. Everyone is chasing money to live because they made money God. And every, like in my country, the first thing they say is, "Oh, we're going to change it. We're going to change it. We're going to change it. We're going to change it." And you know what? They're not. They're not going to change it. In my country, every single politician is going to add to the debt, and we have trillions of dollars of debt, and they're going to add to it. Who's going to pay for that debt? The children, and that means everything's going to go up. But prices for everything is going to go up because they're about to put another. Oh, they're going to spend billions again on other things, and that just adds to the debt. So, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I yeah. Uh, I I hope this changes because it's so sad to see what's going to happen to the children. It's sad, and I can't believe grown adults can look at their children and keep this going. Like you, to me, you're sick. You're just sick. You're a disgusting human. Like if you can look at your kids and continue going, yeah, yeah, it's all right, and I'm just like, nah, this is not good. I don't want children to suffer, but they are. It's going to get worse. I mean, already we're seeing it that a generation is not going to be able to buy a home. Like, it's ridiculous. How can grown adults look at themselves in the mirror, look at their children, and go, "Oh, it's all right"? How can you look at your own children and leave them trillions of dollars of debt and leave them no future? How? How? I mean, I'd love to be able to change it, but you people kicked me out. You didn't allow me. You oppressed me. You kept me away. No, you can't speak. You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, all of yous. But the internet's given me a chance. God bless the internet. God bless the internet giving me a chance to speak. Well, you can't shut me down because you'd have to go through the screen of the phone to shut me up. Well, guess what? I'm free to speak. I'm allowed to. And I will not threaten you with death. I will not kill you. I only want to kill Satan because I hate him. Okay? Sometimes I can have a figure of speech and forgive me, but I will never kill anybody unless I have to defend my family and myself. Two swords are fishing against the transgressor. Other than that, no. If you force yourself onto someone, that's called premeditated, and that's actually a sin. It's against God. So yeah, I'm no angel. I've sinned. I beg God for forgiveness, and I hope. I pray before, but I hope by confessing to every single sin I can remember to the world, I hope God can finally put me on the course that I'm meant to go. I don't think I'm meant to do what this world wants. I think I'm here to do what God wants. Because everything else, I feel I'm trapped. I feel like I'm a slave. I feel like, just what do they tell you to do? Go get a job, pay bills. And you're just like, yeah, that's fine. But you're excluding it. You're taking advantage of it. You're saying, okay, you have to get a job. We're going to pay you this much, but we're going to make you pay this. If you don't do what we say, we'll put you in jail. Prove me wrong. You have to go to work, pay taxes, pay your bills. I mean, it's fair enough if you have to work to eat, have a roof over your head, but what makes it not worth it is when you make it, whereas you work hard but you don't earn anything. You don't earn what you are worth. Like we're getting people who are getting paid ridiculous amounts of money. Like this is the thing. Okay, we're paying politicians, right? They're meant to serve us, right? And the people serving us are not serving us. They're just making bank. And they've been doing this for like decade after decade after decade after decade after decade. Instead of doing what is right for their country, for their people. Like I don't know where in the period of they decided that they were gonna be so greedy. It's greed. I just hope a lot of these people, when they look at their children, go, I think we better change this. This is not right for our children. This is wrong. We can't have this for our children. You can't. You can't keep the increase of money getting higher and higher and higher. You're going to leave devastation for your children. It's inevitable. Go look at your kids and tell me you don't feel like shit. If you go to your children you don't feel like shit, you got something wrong with you. How can you look at children today and see the debt we're leaving them and the life we're leaving them and not feel like a piece of shit human? Seriously, if people want to continue that, you don't love children. You hate them. I'm sorry. If this doesn't change and this increase of money continues, you just hate children. Well, when it comes to this vote coming, I'm just getting my name ticked off and I'm putting the empty things. I'm not being a part of ruining the future for children. I don't want to be a part of it. Because if there's one stage where a group of people in our government or whatever decided we're going to keep increasing money, we're going to keep increasing the debt, the the like whatever they did, right? Instead of making the lifestyle better, they they put it around money. Everything was around money, and we've got to the stage. We have got to the stage that I don't know what they did. I just can't believe. We set a currency to make the world where everyone can be a part of it, but that's not what happened. It was meant to be that way. That's how what the intention was. But again, greedy people. And there's so many of them. Like there's more greedy people in the world than there is people with love in their hearts. And that's what's destroying the world. I mean, I don't know how we're going to fix it. I'm not that intelligent, but I do see the problem. The more the more the government gets money and puts it in and spends, creates the debt, the more the big corporations and the people who own the resources keep putting their prices up. So when the government spends money, the taxpayer has to pay it back. And the corporations, they put their prices up because for some reason they want to. It has to trickle down because you can't just go, I want this, and then everyone else is down the bottom going, okay, and you give us minimal because the gap between poor and rich is expanding. It's out of control, and they don't care. So, I mean, I don't know how people can look at their children, like these politicians, how they can look at their children with a smile on their face and think that they're awesome. No, you're pretty inhumane. I'm again. I'm not a climate. What do they call it? Climate change person. I don't believe in climate change. I don't believe in the world. If you believe in the world, you do not believe in the Father. That's what it says. I'll read the quotation. This is one of my. It's one of my go-to parables because it just basically says what Jesus is telling you about following Him. Because if you're following the world, you're not following God. So I'll find it. It's in here somewhere. Here it is. John, first epistle of John, 1:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Okay? And I don't love the world because I can't believe grown adults can look at their children and think they've done something good. You have rocks in your head. How can any of you politicians, media, corporations, banks look at your children and go, "Oh, done well"? I'd be like, no, 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 no. You haven't done well. You've left a big trash pile for your children. You left a big trash pile for my children. So just think about it. And I think my country is going to have to make a sacrifice on it. Like, if you want to do the right thing for your children to have a better future, we're going to have to sacrifice. You people up the top are going to have to sacrifice. I'm not talking about spending your money. I'm talking about taking pay cuts, being a bit more humane. Okay? You don't need all that stuff. That's a lie. You're just greedy. And you think you deserve it. You don't. That is the biggest load of crap I hear from people saying, well, I deserve it. Really? And you tell them you ask them what they do. Unless you are God and you made the earth, then maybe I will believe you. But you're not God. You took that stuff from the ground or a tree or wherever you got it from. You did not create the first product of it. God made it. And you're claiming it. You're making people pay for it like you're the one who created the earth. Okay? I'll explain that to Christians who don't understand that. A human being, right, has decided that what they took from the earth is theirs. That it wasn't the earth's, it was theirs. But you're on the same earth, aren't you, as everybody else? So can't someone else claim that? Oh, that's how wars start. From greedy people who don't share, who don't have love in their heart. See, they can spin it any way they want to. Humans have had plenty of opportunity to make a better world for children. But greed and no love in their heart has put us at this place we're in now. Okay? So I'm saying this to my country. You people up the top are gonna have to sacrifice and stop being greedy. or our children are going to suffer. And I mean it sincerely. It's going to have to be a massive slash of costing to bring our country back up for our children. I thought everyone was thinking about their children. Obviously not. I don't see it. I don't see humans caring about children. And I don't want to hear the climate activists. You're just as bad as these people because they use your climate activists to scam more money out of people. So there's less money again for children. Like, you don't understand. I don't. You climate change activists obviously aren't Christians. I just read you a verse. If you say you're a climate activist and you come to me, I'm going to read the first epistle of John 1:15. I'm going to read. No, it's 2:15. Pretty sure it's 2:15. Acts Romans. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I will read you the first epistle of John 2:15 to you every time. Because if you were of the world, you were not with the Father. So you sitting there going, oh, climate change, climate change, climate change. I'm just sitting there going, okay, I've been here for 43 years and they have been using the same plot scam since I've been alive. First it was global cooling. Then it was global warming. When that didn't work, climate change. I don't know how brainwashed you have got to be under the spell of the government to believe nonsense. It's a scam. It's a money scam. I mean, surely you've got a human intellect to understand it's a scam. Like, if you think that the climate change is going to destroy the earth, you're not thinking. You're just not thinking. I mean, because the scientists have proven there's been coolings before, warmings before, and we weren't here. So explain that one, climate change intellects. Explain it. There's already been warmings and coolings before. This is what science has said. And we weren't here. We weren't here. So how is it any significance back then to now? What's the difference? And you will talk, oh, well, this and that. And I go, no. Did you listen to what I said? Scientists have said there has been warmings and coolings before. Okay? So it's just a scam to say that we are going to do what's happened before without us being here. But you want to make because you're trying to scam money off good people, of innocent people who were struggling, see their children are going to have nothing because you want to scam more money. I'll tell you what people can do. I'll tell you what people do. Stop fighting wars. Stop killing each other. Stop being greedy. Okay? There is no need. This is the biggest one. I hear them and they'll make every excuse. I've seen people make excuses for it. And to me, it just shows me that they're inhumane people. Like, you see people going, they got like 5 or 6 houses, like mansions and stuff. They got 20 or 100 cars, boats, everything. And you're sitting there going, you sit there just going, you're going, do you really need all that? And you know what that comes out next? I give to charities, I do this, I do that. And I'm just like, yes, but what makes you think you're entitled to all of that compared to another one of God's creations? Oh, well, I done this for work. I'm going, yes, you took something you created from God's creation Did you pay God money for taking a bit of his creation to make your creation? Well, maybe you should. Maybe you should get some of your money, right? Go to every single church and give them some of your money and go, oh, that's for God. Because I took some of his stuff to make my billions of dollars. Have you ever thought of that? Well, no one's ever said it to you like that, but I will. Because you took something from God's creation. You created something out of his creation, but instead of being grateful and thanking God for that, you decided to capitalize on it for yourself. You didn't thank God for it. You decided, oh, I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to get a hitman squad. So if anyone comes near me, they'll kill them. Yeah, I know how it works. You think the followers of God are stupid. I'm just telling you. Okay? You took something from God's earth. You didn't pay God for that, did you? But you took it, you made it for yourself, and then you sold it to God's children. Or, you sold it and made a profit out of it for yourself. You didn't give money to God, but you believe you're more entitled to that. You believe somehow that God has given you the right to take something he created, but then you say you created it. But the materials to make what you created come from earth. And you didn't make earth. And I will battle you pillar to post about it. So, in the end, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I'm done. I'm getting tired. I'm going to go to bed. So, praise Jesus. I mean, yeah, praise Jesus. I'm going to bed. I'm tired.